Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our horizontal spreads for the first week in May. And I've got this set of mild liners here ready to go, as well as this washi tape I will use and these sticker books which I'll pull from. And this is the first week of the May Plannable Challenge, and this week's theme is Ladies Who Brunch. So if you'd like to participate, go ahead and post your spreads up on Instagram using the hashtag PlannableMay2021. We'd love to see what you come up with. Okay guys, this week I'm going to go ahead and start by laying down wax paper as I normally do. I will say that I was a bit at a loss on how to make this spread look cute this week. I wasn't feeling very inspired, so I just kind of went to a go-to idea of putting small items together in a cluster somehow, and I decided on doing diagonal just for a little bit of variety since I really, like I said, didn't have a solid plan going in. So I pulled out my Essential Planning sticker book, which has this page of food that reminds me of brunch food for the most part. A lot of the items there are things I would see on a brunch menu. So I decided to start with those. And then I also pulled my food sticker book as well so that I could kind of fill in the gaps for the foods that I didn't see there on the Essential Planning sticker book. So I do have a few breakfast items here coming in from the food sticker book, some waffles, some French toast, just, eggs, things like that. And I'm just laying them down in a diagonal pattern across the page, being careful to kind of divide up the repetitive items. So if I had 4 eggs, I'm not putting them all clustered together. I'm kind of spreading them out throughout the cluster of things. So that's how I started, and then I am just kind of going through the book looking for other items that might work for a brunch theme. And I'm pulling in some berries here too from that Essential Planning sticker book. Some of the smaller items I was kind of holding on so that I could fill in some of the gaps with those. Again, trying to spread them out as best I can. I really wanted to do a doll spread, a spread with people on it, but I just am not a fan of it. I've tried it a couple times and I just tend not to like the look. But I did pull the wrong sticker books that I have to try to bring in some cute doll girls, which you'll see a little later. But it just didn't feel like me. So it was less Ladies Who Brunch and more just brunch, as you'll see. I'm also bringing in some champagne flutes here and some coffee, kind of rounding out those brunch items. And I remember there was a few brunch stickers in the Essential Planning sticker book, so I brought in that one, although it feels a little bit alone up there in the corner, so we'll see if that stays. I thought there was like a sticker that just said brunch somewhere, but apparently I was wrong. And I'm in my Happy Hostess sticker book now, looking for some other, big items that I can put in the opposite corners, just kind of fill that space a little bit better. And now I'm in that wrong sticker book I mentioned earlier and trying to see if I could really feel comfortable pulling in any of these doll stickers. I don't know why I don't like them. There's just something it doesn't speak to me, and spending a whole week with something that doesn't speak to me, life's too short. So I decided that I was just going to not put them on. I did remember that I had this nice cheer sticker from my Best Year Ever sticker book and thought I could bring that in here. is left over from the New Year's Eve sheet that they had there in the sticker book right up front. And it was the only sticker I had left, so I thought this would be a nice place to have a cheers on the spread as a design item. And I am pulling in those champagne flutes again, just to kind of make a little moment there. I also cut up an orange because I was trying to give it that mimosa feel, but the orange slice would have been too big for the scale of those glasses, so I just put it in with the rest of the brunch items and used it up. And now I'm looking at maybe focus boxes here on the spread for a couple of these days. Still in that best year ever sticker book. I didn't show that in the beginning because I wasn't originally planning on using it. It just kind of came to me about that cheers sticker. And then in the end, I actually end up not using the sticker book at all, which you'll see. But there are some stickers in there that might work for a brunch type spread if you're looking for it. I've also laid in some washi tape that came from the Homebody washi tape group from the Happy Planner. It's not quite black, which is what I liked. It's like almost like a dark brown or dark, I don't know, deep purple maybe. It's hard to tell, but it's not a solid black, which is nice because I kind of feel like there was more brown tones in here than black, and I didn't want it to be too stark or too contrasted. So that softness of the color really helps. So I'm back in my Happy Hostess sticker book and am looking for just something I can pull in here for a large decor. As you can see, I replaced out the cheers from the one on the best year ever with this gold one, and am liking that. However, I broke one of the glass stickers when I was trying to move it, so I'm gonna replace the champagne flute here in a minute, but also gonna see if maybe I can pull in these dolls again one more time, thinking maybe I'd be okay with them. Maybe. It's just how it goes sometimes. So I'm cutting out this girl. I'm just trying to pick a few that I thought might work. I'm going to cut her off right there on the skirt, kind of make her fit into a day. Funny how you just get a vibe where you're just like, I'm not feeling this at all, so. And then I just changed my mind. I'm like, no, just no. It's funny. So back they go, back into the sticker book, and like I said, I end up not using any of the stickers here. And I'm gonna push in a new champagne flute there, just to replace that one that got kind of messed up at the bottom. And now I'm back in my Happy Hostess sticker book, and I am bringing in just some sparkle to try to kind of tie in that gold. The main reason I decided on the gold is because I wanted to use that Spread with Love sticker that has a nice gold knife. But then also too, I realized later that I want to do a sort of rainbow spread, and I didn't want red to be down there. So I ended up removing that quote in the end and replacing it with something else. It's good times, you guys. It's good times. It's hard sometimes when you really just don't have an inspired idea and you're just, just trying to make it look decent and following the theme. So a lot of me looking around trying to find something that I am happy with, especially with a limited sticker supply. I've really stopped buying extra sticker books that maybe only have a few things that I really love. I've come to the conclusion that I really need to find a very decor heavy sticker book that I love in order for me to buy it at this point, because I just have so many sticker books with just partially used and a lot of functional stickers that I would probably never use, and so I just don't want to waste all these stickers for no reason. So I'm kind of to the point where I'm not real sure if I'm going to continue buying sticker books, especially the ones that I've been seeing. And I'll be looking more into smaller shops, I think, pretty soon, just so that I can buy a sheet of decor stickers and not have a full book that I have to worry about. So that's one option. Then another option is just to create my own stickers or even create my own designs depending on how things go. So I'm looking at other options because I'm not in love with this diagonal, so I thought maybe I could put it on the edges as like a border, but I didn't want to think too hard. I was already kind of invested in here quite a bit of time on this spread, so I decided just to stick with the layout as I had it. And here's where I decide about the spread with love sticker that I might change that out. So just kind of left it there on the sheet and decided to put in the food first, and then I'll go back and see if I want to have those little decor areas again on the edges. So you're going to see me slide these stickers off of the wax paper, but none of them are touching, so it's a very slow process. But I did it because this diagonal has a specific angle, and if I don't do it that way, I find it hard to keep everything kind of in line how I had it on the spread, and sometimes things get kind of wonky. So I'm trying to align the spread each time I'm moving over stickers, making sure like the bottom is where it was before, so that when I actually release the sticker, it's in the right place. It's of course not perfect because, again, nothing's touching, so placement can vary wildly, even though I'm using the bottom of the page for alignment and what have you. So not perfect, but this is a technique that will at least help you keep the design in line or in the same formation as you intend when you have a lot of little stickers that you're placing like I do here. And I'm doing a few of them by hand over the seam of the spread just so that I can make sure they're not covering the holes too much. I specifically laid them down that way, so I want to make sure that they are still open and not covering a hole. So just more movement. Super unexciting right now. You know, it's funny when you're done with a spread, sometimes you get good ideas. And what I was thinking, if you guys are liking this spread for some reason, or, I mean, it's not that it's a bad spread, but are liking the idea of the spread, that it would be even cuter had I done it in a more rainbow style of organization instead of doing it kind of hodgepodgey, like starting with the reds or even any color that I had and then like working down towards, you know, the cooler colors, warm to cool or whatever it is. I think that would have turned out a little bit more interesting to me. This kind of feels, I don't know, a little bit more hodgepodgey, which is okay. So I'm going to use those mild liners here to set up some checklists for the week. And I'm just going to draw these little circles. I did this, I want to say last week, and I really like the little circles as opposed to doing boxes with the highlighter part of the pen. So I'm using the fine tip side of the mild liners to do this. And again, I'm kind of pulling in a rainbow fashion. I'm starting with red, kind of like a deep orange, to a brighter orange, to a yellow, and then on the other side, greens to blues, just picking up the colors from the actual food on the diagonal. I also decided to move the cheers down below to the yellow box, if you will, because kind of gold and yellow, I think those work well together. And the champagne is kind of a yellowy tone. So I liked that, and I thought, well, okay, I want to have something in the upper right-hand corner, so let's do something with green instead, and that's why I'm going into my sticker book here. And gold. So I pulled that "Eat well, be happy" quote, and now I'm looking for something in green that I can pull in I think will look good and kind of match up with the design of the spread. So I kind of like these salads. Brunch oftentimes will have a salad or something. So I'm going to pull those in. I think I'm going to pull the one here with the fruit, kind of a mix of sweet and savory there. And then put that together with maybe some more of those gold dot flecks to kind of tie the feels of it together with the feels of the one below for the cheers. I'm going to go ahead and move that over now. And I think I'll be happier with that just because it kind of color coordinated with that rainbow I was having in my head. Even though the rainbow's not super strong here, I think I like that each day is kind of within its own color scheme. And I wanted to pick off all of these gold flecks from this page, so I decided to take off the excess sticker, but it was a bit of a challenge, as you can see. Sometimes it comes off easy, sometimes it doesn't, so I was a little bit on the struggle bus here, but eventually I got it off. It just made picking up those small gold dot stickers so much easier. And I'm just spreading them in the cascade of food there, spreading them around. Again, trying to tie in that gold because I have that in the cheers and then in the other quote as well. I believe this is the only page in there that has the gold, so I just try to pull as much as I could and pepper it in. Thought about adding some other washi, but in the end I think this is just going to have to be good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!